Hi, my name is Refik Anadol. I'm a media artist who uses architecture as a canvas and paints with a thinking brush that is operated by machine consciousness. I was 8 years old when I watched Ridley Scott's Blade Runner for the first time. I remember being mesmerized by the stunning architectural vision of the future of Los Angeles. I had never seen Los Angeles, and only later did I realize that the future itself could be nothing more than constructed memories. A dynamic relationship with the archives of the mind, just as the film suggested. My experience with Blade Runner was both a comforting escape from reality and an unsettling encounter, illustrating the thin line between imagination and remembering. This became a recurring theme for me, especially when life brought me to Los Angeles in my early 20s. When I arrived in Los Angeles in 2012 to pursue graduate studies in design media arts at UCLA, I rented a car and went to downtown LA to daydream. This time it was not so much the images from the film, but a specific line that kept playing over and over in my head. The scene when the android Raquel realizes that her memories are not hers actually, and when Deckard tells her in a very simple sentence, they are someone else's memories. Since that moment, one of my main inspirations has been this open-ended question: what can a machine do with someone else's memories? This question was then followed by many other questions, including if machines can learn or process someone else's memories, can they also dream, hallucinate, involuntarily remember, or make connection between multiple people's dreams? Does being an AI in the 21st century simply mean not forgetting anything? And if so, isn't it the most revolutionary thing that we humans have experienced in our centuries-long efforts to capture history? And more importantly, what else can we do with such an important tool? In the early stages of our studio practice, our first technical goal was to use data as pigment and work to embed media arts into architecture purposefully. So we began to capture what I will call the poetics of data in relationship to public, individual, and institutional memories. Seeing with the brain is often called imagination, and for me, imagining architecture goes beyond just glass, metal, or concrete, instead experimenting with the furthermost possibilities of immersion and ways of augmenting our perception in built environments. In 2017, we discovered an open-source library of cultural documents in Istanbul and began working on archive dreaming, one of the first AI-driven public installations in the world. As we step into the room, we witness an AI exploring approximately 1.7 million documents that span across 270 years. One of our inspirations during this process was a short story called The Library of Babel by the Argentine writer Jorge Luis Borges. In the story, the author conceives a universe in the form of a vast library containing all possible 410-page books of a certain format and character set. As our projects delve deeper into remembering and transmitting knowledge, we thought more about how memories were not static recollections, but ever-changing interpretations of past events. We pondered how machines could simulate unconscious and subconscious events such as dreaming, remembering, and also hallucinating. Thus, we created melting memories to visualize the moment of remembering. The inspiration came from a tragic event when I found out that my uncle was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. At that time, all I could think about was to find a way to celebrate how and what we remember when we are still able to do so. And I began to think of memories not as disappearing, but as melting or changing shape. And with the help of machine intelligence, we worked with scientists at the NeuroEscape laboratory at the University of California, who showed us how to understand brain signals as memories are made. Although my uncle was losing the ability to process memories, the artwork generated by EEG data explored the materiality of remembering and stood as a tribute to what my uncle had lost. Almost nothing about contemporary LA matched my childhood expectation of the city, with the exception of one amazing building, the Walt Disney Concert Hall, designed by my hero, Frank Gehry. In 2018, I had a call from LA Philharmonic, who was looking for an exceptional installation to help mark the celebrated symphony's 100th-year anniversary. For this, we decided to ask the question, can a building learn? Can it dream? And to answer this question, we decided to collect everything recorded in the archives of the LA Phil and WCH, to be precise, 77 terabyte of archived memories. By using machine learning algorithms, the entire archive, going back to 100 years, became projections on the building's skin. We used total 42 projectors to achieve this futuristic public experience in the heart of Los Angeles, getting one step closer to the LA of Blade Runner. And if ever a building could dream, I think it was in this moment. Research in artificial intelligence is growing every day, leaving us with the feeling of being plugged into a system that is bigger and more knowledgeable than ourselves. In our studio, we are constantly updating our tools and imagination and our knowledge to find a way to utilize artificial intelligence to touch as many humans as possible through art, through scientific collaboration, and through medical research. We believe that it is in our hands, humans, to train artificial minds to learn and remember what we can only dream of. Thank you very much.